when I was starting my one-person freight brokerage from my kitchen table, I like consistently wondered how to find companies that needed freight moved with like my basically $0 budget. Like I literally had no money to spend. I literally quit my corporate job to do this. I didn't buy like any fancy lead lists, and they really aren't that fancy, honestly. Like most of the time they're absolute trash anyway. I didn't join a secret broker club where they like claim shippers are the ones to like reach out to you. That actually does sound kind of nice. But instead, like I learned that most brokers, like they find a lot of their shippers for free. So a shipper, by the way, is a company that needs goods moved, like a supplier or a manufacturer or like a distributor. And a carrier is like a trucking company that hauls freight. These free tools became my secret weapon, and they still are till this day, and they will be yours too. So super easy. All right, let's rock and roll. All right, so first you start with MacRae's Bluebook. It honestly, it sounds super lame and it's super old school sounding, and the website UI design is like absolute trash, but it's basically like yellow pages for manufacturers. It's honestly incredible. No one talks about this. I've never heard anyone ever mention anything about this before. It's basically an online directory of I think it's over 1 million companies in North America. But like when I discovered it, like I could tell that I struck gold, man. Like you can search by the industry, you can search by the product and the location, and basically you can just get this like massive list of shippers for free with their website name and their phone number and their address, the products they have, like what they do as a company. Even carriers should be using MacRae's to find shippers too, like direct shippers. So like, you know it's legit if everyone can use it, not just freight brokers. When I searched for manufacturers and suppliers and everyone, even in my specific niche, like that helped me get up to my 7-figure range. And then all of a sudden, suddenly I just had a new list of thousands of good leads to call like every few months. And then all it cost me was like literally an afternoon of research, and not one dime, I promise. All right. Next one is Apollo.io. It's a massive database of businesses. I think it has over 250 million contacts worldwide. It has a free plan. I know there's a paid one, but here's where it gets interesting though. I used to have to Google and like search LinkedIn to find the right names and emails of like all the decision makers that I wanted to talk to at the companies that I found on MacRae's. So instead of doing all that, like MacRae's is great, still for sure look into it, but Apollo has all those contacts and stuff in there for you. Like, I have no idea how they can legally do this. Honestly, it's beyond me. But the first time I saw logistics managers appear like right in front of me, just without having to do any research ahead of time, I'm like, wait, what? Like how, what? Honestly, just within like 3 seconds, you've then already taken a massive leap in front of everyone else. So Apollo.io. The last one I know, and okay, like, don't click off just because it sounds dumb, all right? But hear me out, because I have a tip that's gonna blow your mind. Don't leave, don't do it. All right, hear me out. Google Maps and Google Earth. You can use it by literally zooming in on any city in the US. You just type in the word manufacturer or supplier or distributor. And if you live in the US, that's a plus, obviously, because then you can use your own city, look around, the facility that you zoom into, and just like check to see if they have any loading docks or any like large warehouse space and call them up. Back in the day, I used to just run down my big list and I would look them up on Google Maps and just find out that they were like the size of like an ice cream shop. No warehouse in the vicinity at all. Therefore, if it's like a tiny building with no loading docks, they probably don't ship that much, all right? Like this trick has saved me from thousands of hours of time, man. And then when I get a shipper on the phone, I'll then be like, hey, I notice you have a bunch of loading docks at your facility. And then on your website, by the way, it looks like you're actually building a new facility, I heard. And I'm also in the area. Actually, I'd love to stop by, which all shows that you did your homework. So all those little knowledge bombs, it really does work. So, and all those methods that I just taught you, like, that's exactly how I did most of my business. So if you want an even deep dive in all of my filters, I do have a course in the description that walks you through all of my strategies step by step. Zero pressure though. It's just there if you want to speed up your learning. But even if you skip it, like, you now have some of the best free tools in your arsenal. So you've got this. Let's go make it happen.